And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead, pushing out distractions and getting into the zone. All right, everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. All right, look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for him.
One aspect of his game that's suffered the past few months, passing the basketball. He hasn't shown that same creativity that we've seen from him earlier in the year, and his assists are down.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Butler and Draymond are the 3 and the 4. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Alexander Walker and Rizeshe fill out the perimeter. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Now here's Curry. Outside, Green. Butler up top. Four on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by Johnson. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. It's stolen by Curry. In transition, here come the Warriors. Moving it up. The finish! And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, look, when Porzingis has it there, there's not much you can do defensively.
Pass to Rizeshe. Here he goes. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Butler. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. It doesn't go for him. Rizeshe with some nice D. Here's Johnson. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
Wow, Johnson using a great move on the bounce.
Outside Podziemski. And here's Green from the arc. Drills it from deep.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
The one thing you have to respect about Johnson, he's happy to make the extra pass.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Left side, Butler. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Podziemski. From downtown. Nice D from Alexander Walker.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Butler passes to Porzingis. Over Rizeshe. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Inside, Porzingis can pretty much take what he wants. He's just too tall.
Richard, tough as nails. Jimmy Butler always takes the fight head on.
And lifts his team when it matters most. And look, he's not for everybody, but look, if it's about winning, he's exactly who you want on your side.
Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Now here's Podziemski, covered by Alexander Walker. Outside Curry. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
You see players around the league trying to copy Curry's one-motion shot, but there's only one step.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Back to Rizeshe. And he slams it in one-handed.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Green in the post, covered by Johnson. And it's Green missing. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
If they can clean up the turnovers and make better decisions, it should be a much closer game this time around.
Kongwu with the bucket.
This squad can't do anything wrong. They haven't missed one yet.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Curry, coming off a 16-point game against the Pistons in Detroit. Here's Butler. The shot comes out. Rizachet with some nice D. The Hawks have got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Johnson a screen on Curry. Down low. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And here's Curry for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. We discussed their matchup against Stephen Curry, and Coach told me we have to be active. We have to be intense. We need to deny him the ball and smother him when he does have it. We have to take away his breathing room. Well, we know what happens when you give Curry room to operate, guys. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Kongwu, a screen on Curry. Shoots from 14. Here's Johnson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
The free throw drops for Johnson.
After averaging just about 3 points per game as a rookie, Jalen Johnson has put so much work into his game and has become a very good NBA player.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Warriors trail by 8. Outside, Green. Here's Curry to get back on track. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Rizachet. The 3-ball. The Warriors pull it in. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They really struggled to find their footing throughout the night. But towards the end, they got into a flow and almost won it.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
Curry with a steal. And he's all alone. Pass to Moody. There's the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 7 tonight. Outside Rizachet. Here's Alexander Walker. And Atlanta misses again.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those.
And again for 3.
And his incredible shooting season continues.
Up the charts he climbs. Now tied for 3rd all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Just 10 games left. Let's see the play. And the Warriors make some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Draymond Green. And Spencer's subbed in for Stephen Curry.